Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Richard J. Curry Center on the campus of the University of New Brunswick. I'm Bill Gibson. I'll be your host for this afternoon's game and the remainder of the evening, bringing you Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament action here from Fredericton. It's the opening game for both of these teams in the tournament in the Taylor Printing Division. We're going to have the Fundy High Mariners, a AA squad out of St. George, taking on the Harrison Trimble AAA squad out of Moncton. We'll pick up the starters here as they come onto the floor. Starting for Fundy, got number 9, Glendon Vautour, number 6, Xander Boyles, number 15, Owen Jones, number 10 is Dylan Cook, and number 4 is Andrew Butler. Controlled by the Mariners off the tip and taken to the rack and knocked out of bounds. Mariner ball to inbound. That's Cook out high. Three-pointer is a little too strong and rebounded by Owen Gaudreau. He'll stop, find a man in the corner. That's up, three-pointer's too strong. Rebounded by Max Verspin. And that's up and in for number 10, Dylan Cook. Taking that to the rack is Kyle Mills. Out of bounds, and it's going to go to Fundy High School. Just folks trying to catch up to the numbers on the back of the Harrison Trimble jerseys. Get you the starters, all 5. I've got 4 so far. I can't find the 5th number. That's a 3, and that goes down for number 9, Glendon Vautour. Action out of bounds. We're going to stay Harrison Trimble basketball. Gaylord on the miss. I'm going to bring up the 4 for Dylan Cook. Cook on the dribble. Jones finds a man in the corner and back to Jones. Jones to the key. Jones takes it from the free throw line, no good. Rebound knocked out, taken away by Andrew Butler. Cook loses his man on the dribble. That's a Trojan down on the floor, slow to get up. That's number 14, Casey Gaylord. Three-pointer put up a little too short. Rebound taken away for a jump ball. And now I think I finally got all the 5 starters for the Trojans. Number 8, Kyle Mills. Number 10, Jonas Monroe. Number 14, Casey Gaylord. Number 23, Owen Gaudreau. And number 42, Max Verspin. Vautour handles in the front court for Cook. Cook penetrates off the glass, and that one bounces in. Mariners up early, 7-0 here with 2.5 minutes played in quarter number 1. Gaylord on that spin, no good, knocked away. And pulled out of the pack by Cook. Out of bounds off a Trojan. Fundy High basketball. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament here on 360 Live with our partner Bell Alliant. Pleased to bring you this action this afternoon. As mentioned, opening game action in the tournament for both of these teams. They'll both see 2 more round robin games, and then we'll have a live draw for playoff matchups. One of the unique features of this tourney. Xander Boyles, a little too far to the left on that one. Taken away by the Trojans. Number 8, Mills. Max Verspen. Drive by the Trojans. Casey Gaylord out of bounds off a Mariner. We're going to stay Harrison Trimble High basketball. 6:28 to play here in the opening quarter. 11 on the shot clock as they inbound to Verspen. German exchange student. Beating the shot clock up and in, Kyle Mills gets Harrison Trimble on the board. And nice pass inside. And going off the glass is Xander Bowles. Oh, nice fake and take to the bucket there. Couldn't finish was Jonas Monroe. Cook beats his man right to the rim. Nice shot. And he lays that in. 11-2. Fundy High as they get out in front of a AAA school here, Harrison Trimble. A little too strong. Rebound by Gaylord. Strong rebound inside for Harrison Trimble, and up and no good. Verspen fights for the ball. Subs in for Harrison Trimble, first 2 subs of the game. That's number 4, Nathaniel O'Brien, and number 12, Olgan Oger. That's Oger. He makes the 3. 11-5. Mariners with the ball in the front court, up by 6. Cook on the penetration. He rolls it over the front of the rim. Trimble player there might have got hit in the head a little bit. That's number 4, Nathaniel O'Brien. Oger on the far side in the corner. Verspen up, and he gets that one to go down. Kyle Mills, and Trimble climbs back into this one. 13-9, 4:15 to play here in the opening quarter of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. First game of the tournament for both these teams. 2 more for Fundy. That's Xander Bowles. Shot from the corner is short. Rebound is taken away by Owen Jones. Cook beats his man again, gets to the basket, but a big block by Verspen. We're going to have 18 on the shot clock, 3:43 to play. Fundy High to inbound with a lead of 6. Cook is short on that one. Taken away by the Trojans' number 12, Olgan Oger. Got a hand check foul on the outside, I believe. Going to go on Fundy number 7, Spencer Stanley. We've got a timeout on the floor. 3 minutes, 31 seconds to play in the opening quarter of this one. Here from the Curry Center in Fredericton. Folks, if you're not aware of this tournament, it is the largest high school basketball tournament in the Maritimes. 40 teams, 28 on the guys' side, 12 on the girls' side in this tournament. Pretty unique experience here. First time I believe the tournament is on this floor, the Performance Gym at the Curry Center, using, I believe, 4 gyms on the go at any one time, but it touches 7 gyms across the whole capital city area here in Fredericton. Certainly becoming a marquee event, and it is quite frankly my favorite tournament on the local basketball calendar. You get to see matchups like this that you don't get a chance to see as a Fredericton basketball fan very often. You certainly would need to travel to see these two teams play most of the time. And you get the matchups between the small schools, the big schools. Here we have a AAA and a AA matchup. And once we get through and determine who's winning all these divisions, the tournament has a live draw for playoff opponents, so you don't really have an opportunity to do a whole lot of advanced scouting to know who you should be watching once you get to the playoffs. And of course, all culminates with the championships on Sunday afternoon here at the Curry Center. All the action available here on 360 Live. Invite you to join us all weekend long. And if you are watching along at home, I've tweeted out a couple times on the Twitter feed. Again, I'm Bill Gibson. Feel free to reach out via Twitter, or if you're in the building, feel free to stop by the table here, right at center court. I've got the whole best view in the house for this one, and say hello. Love to know where you're from and where you're watching from. Dylan Cook for 2 more for Fundy. Having a good start to this one. It's Kyle Mills on the miss, taken away by the Mariners. 3-pointer. Put up by Andrew Butler, no good. We're going to have Harrison Trimble, Trojan basketball. 2:46 to play in the opening quarter. 17-9, Fundy High, leading Harrison Trimble. Three is off the back rim and taken away by Votor. Cook now on the handle. He's been trouble in penetration for Fundy High so far. That one is off the mark from Owen Jones. We're going to go back to Trimble ball. Monroe, front rim. Fairspin bats it away, but it's right to a Mariner. Cook on the take again. He continues to beat his man to the free throw line. Getting into the red paint. But he misses on that one, and the referee says we're going to go the other direction. Subs into the game for the Mariners. That's number 3, Prince Garbin. Mariners coach Doak looking for communication on the floor as it's silent in the whole gym here. Nice passing play by the Mariners, but Stanley can't finish. And Olger takes it away for Harrison Trimble. Olger to the paint, kicks it outside for the 3-pointer. It's up and it's good. That's number 10, Jonas Monroe. Makes that 3. Votor, back rim. Taken away by Ogre. That one's going to count. Going to the line will be Jonas Monroe. Try to finish the three-point play. Didn't catch who that foul was on exactly from my position here. But I believe that goes on number 9, Votor. That's my best guess on that foul. Max Verspin on the rebound, no good. But the second foul does go down. That's Jonas Monroe. 17-16 now. Trimble has fought back into this one. And that one goes down. That was Ogre. As the fans are on referee Todd Messer looking for the out-of-bounds play. That's the Fundy fans, but I agree with Mr. Messer. It was not the ball handler's feet out of bounds on that one. It was the defender's feet. Knocked away. We're going to stay Harrison Trimble ball. Trimble now with the 1-point lead, 18-17, 22 seconds to play here in this quarter. Verspin with the big rebound. For O'Brien on the outside, he misses. Taken away by Garbin on the rebound. 7 on the game clock. 4 now on the game clock. Owen Jones to the hoop, and he makes the nifty layup as time expires here in a very entertaining quarter number 1. It will end the score of 19-18 in favor of Fundy High. Fundy get out to a bit of a lead before the Harrison Trimble Trojans clawed their way back into it and actually went up themselves. What was a bit of a seesaw quarter. Very entertaining, bit of an issue for Harrison Trimble. Stopping Dylan Cook's penetration. Seems to be an issue they'll need to work on here. And on the Fundy side, Trimble is attacking the offensive glass, getting some second chance opportunities. In what should be a pretty good rebounding Fundy High team. And folks, if you're watching along at home, you're looking at the black uniforms. That is Harrison Trimble. Big numbers on the back. The front number, I will say, is a play-by-play announcer's nightmare. You can't see that little small number at all. So I'll be hesitating just a little bit until I get to recognize the players each by their face on the call for Harrison Trimble. Beautiful uniforms, but would certainly like to see that uniform number on the front in a much bigger font for these old eyes. For the hoop on that one was Spencer Stanley, and taken away by the Trojans. They look to score first here in quarter number 2. Ogre with a nice pass to the baseline. That is Monroe. Makes 2. And Trimble with some pressure now, taken away by Monroe. Nice pass inside to Kyle Mills. 22-19, Harrison Trimble has scored the first 4 points here in this quarter. And now some pressure on Fundy High. Trojans off to a 1-on-1 start in league play. And an overtime loss to Riverview. They've also beaten the likes of St. John High and Kennebecasis here in the early going of this basketball season. Of course, St. John and Kennebecasis not league games. Mariner ball out of bounds in their backcourt. Dylan Cook beats the pressure. Picked up in the corner by Gundon Votor. That's Cook to Votor. Votor for 3. A little too strong on that one, taken away by Mills. Ogre, he goes baseline, a little too strong. Fairspin fighting for the ball, can't get it. Little tip on that rebound, but it goes over to the Mariners. Cook. That's Butler on the miss of the long shot. And taken away by Monroe. He dribbles to the front court. He's going to put up the long three. That's behind the second line here. You're looking at the floor, folks. The three-point line we're looking for is the inside line, the first line out from the basket. Second line is the NBA three-point line. Of course, we are FIBA rules here and modified with the NBIAA modifications. Big change there is the shot clock. Resets to 24 on an offensive rebound. It's going to go out of bounds off the Trojans. We're going to stay Fundy basketball. Checking in, Ethan Lockhart for the Mariners. Going out, Gundon Votor. Owen Jones to the paint. He puts up the stop jumper. Taken away on the board by Owen Gaudreau. Gaudreau goes over his man right to the net, and too strong there as well. Rebound now controlled by the Mariners' Butler. That's another long three. That's from about 27 feet. Owen Jones corrals the rebound, but can't get it to go down on the tight rims here at the Curry Center. Jones is going to try again. That's also no good. 22-19, Harrison Trimble. 7:06 to play here in quarter number 2 in the opening game for both of these teams here at the Maritime Invitational. Helter-skelter play here, a couple turnovers on either side. And the Mariners are going to push up the floor. That's Butler, stopped in the corner. Finds Stanley, back to Butler. Lockhart finds Jones. 4 on the shot clock. Jones is going to have to put up the NBA three. And he makes that one. That's a deep three-pointer. That's from 24 feet. That gives us a 2-point game. Foul on Owen Jones in the front court. Team's third this quarter. No foul so far this quarter on Trimble. 6:10 to play. 12 on the shot clock. Monroe. Gaudreau finds the post player. That's Monroe inside. That's going to be a shot clock violation. Good defense by the Fundy High Mariners. They'll get the ball back, trailing by 2 with 5:55 to go here in quarter number 2. Continued pressure from Harrison Trimble. They want to make the Mariners work for every inch of the court here. That shot is long. That was Bowles. Finding a lane to the basket and then making a nifty pass inside. I believe that's going to go on 6 white Bowles. Going to the line for Harrison Trimble. Jax Martin. Martin converts the first. Can stretch the lead to 4 here with this one, but that's a miss. Got a hold foul on the rebound. I believe that's going to go on Owen Jones. And it is Jones coming out, so it makes sense that the foul would have been on him. Back in for the Mariners is number 10, Dylan Cook. Cook's been trouble so far for Trimble. the opposition 10, Jonas Monroe. On the line, he makes the first. It is now a 4-point Trojan lead. And rebound inside by Jax Martin. He misses and rebounded by Dylan Cook. Mariners will need to look to tighten up their defensive rebounding at halftime. Lots of offensive chances for Trimble. Put up, that's to the left, and rebounded on a nice strong rebound by Xander Bowles on the offensive end. Stanley guarded way outside. Dylan Cook, he looks to beat his man, and he does once again. He gets right to the hole. Puts up a nice lefty jumper in the lane. Gives us back a 2-point game again, and Fundy looking for a steal. Monroe goes baseline. He stops Pops, and it's good. Tricky pass on that one for Dylan Cook. Cook again finds the key. A little bit of a circus shot on that one. He can't get it. Bowles crashing the glass, knocks it to a Trimble player. Trimble looks the other way. Travis Clark. Hear the slap on that one. That is going to be Xander Bowles on the foul. Subs coming into the game for Trimble. We have a timeout on the floor, and I believe some substitutions coming in. Referee Todd Masser doing some directing of traffic over there. So the foul will go on Bowles. And we'll be, I believe, shooting 2 here when we come back out of the timeout. We'll try to pick up the Trimble substitutions when they come on the floor. 4:29 to play here in the first half of the first 4:30 time slot. I want to say it's game number 10 by the schedule. It is game number 10 by the schedule here at the Curry Center. Harrison Trimble Trojans, AAA school, leading the Fundy High Mariners by a score of 28-24. I'm Bill Gibson. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament, presented by 360 Live and our partner at Bell Alliant. Both of these teams, of course, joined by 2 other teams in this division, Avonview and Heartland. So a single A school in Heartland and Avonview High out of Nova Scotia. So interesting matchups. We're going to get to see the Heartland A school take on both the AA and the AAA school, as well as a school from out of province in this tournament. That's one of the fun things about this. It isn't just a bunch of AAA schools or a bunch of AA schools or a bunch of A schools. Classification doesn't really matter. You get in a division where you should have a chance to win some of the games you're in against. Of course, you may be overmatched in some places, as we saw with the Leo Hayes JV boys team earlier. Tantramar just a little too experienced and strong for them. Well, I believe they've got some other competitive games coming up this weekend in the division that they're in. Do the Lions. And of course, a very entertaining game here just before this one. Fredericton High School AAA boys and Dartmouth High School out of Nova Scotia. They were in a barn burner physical affair. Fredericton High pulled away late on some 3-pointers. Other teams in that division are Simons, who won this tournament last year and went on a heck of a run to start their season, getting out to a really strong record. And Leo Hayes is the other team in that division, Leo Hayes AAA boys. Harrison Trimble ball up by 6, just under 4 to play here in the opening half. Loose ball on the floor. That's going to go out of bounds. 12 Olgan Ogre back into the game for Harrison Trimble. And Christoph Hemmings also in, number 32, who I believe were the subs out of that last time out. 9 on the shot clock as Harrison Trimble inbounds. Out of bounds, but nicely saved. 7 to shoot now. Up inside, and that's blocked away. And taken away by Dylan Cook. Good defense there by the Mariners on the inside. We've got 2 players on the deck under the key. I didn't see that one. I was watching the ball up top. Referee Todd Metzer pauses to look at the back of the uniform as well. That foul is going to go on number 14 on Harrison Trimble. That's Casey Gaylord. That is the team's first of this quarter here with 3:39 to play. Loose ball on the floor taken away by Fundy High. That's Cook again. He's got the stick on the hands. Oh, nice pass inside, but can't finish. Xander Bowles can't finish the beauty setup on that. That's a layup he's going to be thinking about all night long. Nice hustle inside by Kyle Mills to get that one. We've got a jump ball on the floor. We're going to stay Harrison Trimble basketball. Good sportsmanship there as Xander Bowles helps up Christoph Hemmings off the floor after being tied up on the jump ball. Olger dribbles to the free throw line, and now he penetrates. Goes off the glass, no good. That's Hemmings on the board. He goes off the glass, also no good. A little short. Put back up again by Harrison Trimble. 3-4 offensive rebounds on the trip. And they can't get anything to go down. That's going to get Glendon Votor off the bench to sub in for Fundy. The next opportunity. Bring a little bit more rebounding after that display in the backcourt. Offensive foul called on that one. That's going to go on Casey Gaylord. Going a little bit too fast and tried to sidestep his man at the last moment. Subs in, that's Jonas Monroe. And Owen Godreau, I believe, with the subs on that time for Harrison Trimble. Glendon Votor, who of course just checked in as well. Misses that and taken away by Ogre. Three-pointer front rim, bounces around. Votor, Cook into the middle again. Stopped that time. 5 to shoot for the Mariners. And that's going to be a travel violation on Glendon Votor. 2:07 to play here in quarter number 2. To the front court. Mills. We've got an offensive foul on number 8, Kyle Mills. Referee Todd Messer calling him on the elbow. Inside, Dylan Cook, the offensive rebound and put back. Short, and that is rebounded by Votor. I believe that foul is going to go on number 8, Kyle Mills, again for Harrison Trimble. And the team files just reset. May have been giving you faulty information based on what was on the board. but they've just reset the team fouls back to 0. And of course, we know there have been some fouls. Let's see how they reset this. We'll take a look. I think we're going to go with 4-4. I thought that's what I just heard the referee say on the floor. We'll see what happens with the next one. I think team fouls are 4-4, despite what it says on the board at zeros. That's Cook again. He spins off the glass. He can't get that one to roll over the rim. Taken away by the Trojans. They're going to look up court. O'Brien's going to go coast to coast off the glass, and he does get it to go. 32-26. Harrison Trimble leading with just over a minute to go here in quarter number 2. That's Cook. He goes inside. Nice fake, up and in. That's Xander Bowles, who finishes that nice feed from Cook. And we have a 4-point game. Timeout called by Harrison Trimble. I believe that's their second timeout this half. A lot of volunteers going in, of course, to make this tournament work with a number of gyms that are in place, number of functions that need to happen at every gym. Largely volunteer staff at the scorers table, and folks that don't necessarily do this all the time. So we'll not hold them account for not being quite perfect over there. I was over there the first couple games. Girls from Fredericton High were doing, and St. Thomas were doing a great job in that one. But thanks to all the parents who make this tournament happen and their volunteerism and all the other volunteers for this tournament. Would not happen without you. It is a significant event here in the city of Fredericton. Very happy to bring it to you here on 360 Live. We'll be here all weekend. If you found us once, we're going to be at the same link all weekend long. Games start tomorrow morning at 8:30. They run all day long. I believe the last game tomorrow night is at 8:45. And action picks up again Sunday morning at 8:30, culminating in the men's championship game at 6:30. Lots of high school ball all weekend long. Monroe on the curl, and he's going to finish that one for 2. And that's Monroe knocking it away for Trimble again. Trimble looks to extend the lead here as we have 35 seconds to go in the half. Jump ball, and this one should go to Fundy based on the alternating possession. (34-28) Harrison Trimble. Referee Messer doing a fantastic job in this one. Absolutely fantastic. It's going to go back over on the turnover to Harrison Trimble. Oger puts up the 3 off the side of the rim, chased out of bounds, but stepping on the sideline is Owen Gaudreau. Back to Fundy High. Shot clock is off. 21.2 seconds to play here in the opening half of the opening game of this Taylor Printing Division action in the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. That is up and look good, but no, taken away on the board by Bowles. And I believe that's going to be Oger picking up the foul as Bowles stays down on the court. He hit pretty hard. Saw a couple pretty hard whacks in the first couple games here earlier today, folks. That floor hurts when you come down on it hard. I believe he's in some pain. Coach Doka probably going to have to come over on this one to check him out. That hurts. I'm not sure exactly where he is injured. Coach Doak now coming over. Check it out. 2.9 seconds to go here in this quarter. Doesn't appear to be super serious. I'm sure he's in pain. He is moving. Coach saying get up and shake it off. Not sure what part of the body he's favoring there, but that was a hard whack on the floor. At least I think it's now lower back. Down pretty hard. He's going to have to come out because the coach came onto the floor to check him. Owen Jones checking in. He'll go to the line to shoot for the Mariners. So we've got the lineup here. We're ready to go. He's off. He's stretching out the back on the far side. We guess he's going to be okay. And it's just a hard whack on the floor. Bruised up, a little bit of ice. That's up and through. 2.9 seconds to play here in this half. And that's taken away by Jones on the inbound. He puts up the long one. That looked like it was on line, but just a bit short. And that's going to bring us to a close here in the first half. Harrison Trimble Trojans, a AAA school out of Moncton, with a 34-29 lead on the AA Fundy High Mariners out of St. George. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back with the second half. Welcome back for the second half, ladies and gentlemen. You are watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament on 360 Live. I'm Bill Gibson. This is opening game action for both of these teams in the tournament. In the Taylor Printing Division, this matchup has a Harrison Trimble Trojans AAA school from Moncton leading AA Fundy High Mariners of St. George. Opening quarter on a last second basket by Fundy High, they led 19-18. Harrison Trimble has stretched it out to 34-29. Lead at the half. It's been a very entertaining basketball game here. Very curious matchup. And folks, if you haven't heard, this is a massive tournament. 40 teams from around the Maritimes. 28 on the boys' side, 12 on the women's side. Coverage will be right here on 360 Live all weekend long, or at least as long as someone with a voice lasts here. Two more games to bring in later on tonight. The 6:30 game, Fredericton JV and CP Allen. And the 8:30 game, Hants East and James M. Hill. Turnover by Harrison Trimble to start the half. We're going to go the other way for the Fundy High Mariners. Zip pass there, but it was behind the man and taken away. That's Kyle Mills. He's going to go coast to coast, and he's going to lay that in for two. Trojans continuing the pressure here to start this half. Dangerous spot there on the floor, and nicely broken by the Mariners. That was Owen Jones, but they don't get the layup out of it. They're going to take the long three. Fighting for that was Glendon Vautour. But it is the Trojans that come away with that one. Nice screen in the backcourt to free his man by Max Verspin. He's going to go settle into the post now and look for the ball, but he's not going to get it. That's going to go the other way for Monroe. Monroe's going to make the three. And Fundy High jumps out now to a 10-point lead, scoring the first 5 of this half. And they're continuing the pressure, but beaten that time by Owen Jones. He goes to the rack inside, can't find Vautour. Pushing the other way is Gaudreau. Gaudreau, that's going to be an offensive foul, I believe. Yes, it is. Offensive foul on number 23, Owen Gaudreau. Basketball fans in the province, of course, long accompanied, at least the last number of years, by NB Hoop Report, formerly run by Brad James. Of course, that shut down. There is a new NB Hoop News, doing a lot of the same things that NB Hoop Report was doing, reporting on games, lots of scores, and the all-too-popular rankings. On the AAA side, this Harrison Trimble team, right now by NB Hoop News, ranked number 9. And the Fundy High Mariners ranked number 6, again by NB Hoop News, in the province at this point of time. Early on in the season, lots of jockeying to go. But entertaining matchups nonetheless at this tournament. We'll have all weekend long. 41-32 in favor of Harrison Trimble. And that's Max Verspin takes the ball away from Jones on the inside. Jonas Monroe goes to the hole, and he can't get it. But it's Verspin on the rebound. Blocked that time. That was Jones on the block, but we do have a rebounding foul. I think that's going on 23, Owen Gaudreau. Trailing by 9, the Mariners inbound against pressure in their backcourt. Jones kicks it outside for the three. That front rims. Casey Gaylord with the rebound on that. And he's going to try to go coast to coast. He puts the shoulder down. We're going to get a block on that one, though, I think. Yeah, that is going to go on number 9, White, Glendon Vautour. Todd Messer says that was a close call one way or another. There is a foul there. Casey Gaylord, number 14, on the line for Harrison Trimble. Extends to a 10-point lead. 7:05 to go here in quarter number 3. Harrison Trimble on an 8-3 run to start this half. And a layup miss there by Spencer Stanley. Trimble looks to run the other way. Stop, pop, and that's a jumper is good by Kyle Mills. Makes it from 16 feet. Spencer Stanley. Dylan Cook on the penetration, can't get it to go. Comes away with a rebound though and makes the second try. That is Cook again on the floor. He's been the do-all player for Fundy High so far in this one. Going to have a jump ball. This is going to go to Fundy High on the alternating possession. Stanley on the inbound. For Cook. Cook right to the lane again. They haven't found a way to contain Cook so far. Gets high on that one and drops it over the front rim. 44-36 for Harrison Trimble in quarter number 3. Open three-pointer from deep, but it's short for Owen Godrow. Players on the floor. Danger of a 5 count, but they get into Verspin. He's going to drive. Tries to go lefty on the right side, but it's no good. Offensive rebound by Kyle Mills. Foul's going to go on number 4, Andrew Butler. But the team foul showing up on the board now on this one. 2-2. With just over 3 minutes played here in quarter number 3 are the team fouls. Cook can't penetrate on that one. Finds Butler. And now it's Cook. He's going to take the step back jumper and he's going to drain that one. That brings Fundy within 6. Godrow on the travel. We're going to go back to Fundy High School. Substitution, Godrow off. And checking in for Harrison Trimble is number 9, Travis Clark. I believe this may be Clark's first action in this game, certainly first of the second half. Owen Jones put through the long 2. Mariners finding their shooting touch now. 44-40, 4:50 to play here in quarter number 3. Foul on the inside, I think that's going to be Jones. It is number 15, signaled by the referee. It gets Xander Bowles up off the bench. Bowles, I believe, took the hard tumble at the end of the second quarter. Good to see him back on the floor. On the line, Kyle Mills. He's short on the first one. Looks to extend the lead to 5 with a make on the second. Short on that one as well, but he gets his own rebound. And big block inside by Glendon Votor. Mariners take the ball away. That is Votor who had the block. Butler to the lane. Stops, tries the little excuse me shot, but it doesn't go down. 14 on the shot clock. Fundy High ball on the sideline. Cook again, he kicks outside this time for the three-pointer. That's Spencer Stanley. That makes it a one-point game, 44-43. This is taken away by the Mariners. They can go in front with a score here. Cook on the spin. Oh, nice pass inside from Cook. And put up and in by Bowles. 45-44, the Mariners retake the lead after going down by 10 here in this quarter and trailing by 5 at halftime. It is Harrison Trimble stepping out of bounds. Subs in for Trimble, that's Olgan Ogre, number 12. And number 4, Thaniel O'Brien. Pressure back from Trimble, beaten by Fundy. Coach Doak tuned that up a little bit at halftime. A little adjustment there for Fundy. Seem to be handling that pressure better in this half. Into the lane with the Euro step. That is Spencer Stanley. Fundy by 3, 47-44. Just over 3 minutes to go here in quarter number 3. Jonas Monroe, he makes the 3 to tie things up. This has been a very entertaining ball game all the way along. Expect it will stay so throughout the end of the game. Steal and taken away, that's Versman. He finds Monroe in the backcourt. Monroe penetrates, that's back to Verspan. He's going to drive, he's all by himself. Nice take by Maxime Verspan, German exchange student. Now he's going to play center field on that one. Stops the ball, good job by Verspan. Three-pointer put up by the Mariners. Tipped away and Verspan controls the ball. Long on that one was Jonas Monroe. Butler for Stanley. Stanley's been hot in the second half. Nearly passed that one away, but good hands by Cook. 8 on the shot clock. Now 5 to shoot. Stanley is blocked. And that is taken away by Harrison Trimble. So they look to push, and that pass is too strong for Ogre. Turnover by the Trojans out of bounds. We're going to have Prince Garbin checking in for Fundy, along with number 12, Ethan Lockhart. Bowles and Glendon Votor checking out. 1:37 to play. Harrison Trimble by 2 in quarter number 3. That one's going to count. Nice work on the boards by Bowles. So obviously I was wrong and it was not him that subbed out of the game. Bowles with an opportunity to finish the three-point play. That one goes through for Bowles. Scoreboard shows 50-49 for the Trojans. Thought we were just tied up at 49 and the point might have went on the wrong side there. I could be mistaken. Folks with the book are correct. I'm not keeping score here, and yes, they've now corrected it. So it is 50-49 for the Mariners, just under a minute to play here in quarter number 3. We have a foul on Fundy on that one. Didn't pick up who the foul was on that one, but it is Jonas Monroe to the line. He's going to miss that. He can tie us at 50 with a make here. What has been a super basketball game. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament on 360 Live with our partner Bell Alliant. Certainly happy to bring you all the action here all weekend long. 2 more games tonight, lots of basketball all day tomorrow. Picks up again early Sunday with a championship game at 6:30 on the boys' side, 4:30 on the girls. Stay with us right here all weekend for some of the best high school basketball you'll find, certainly in the Maritimes. Verspin, after it was knocked away. And Ogre goes all the way, but he's blocked by Ethan Lockhart. .4 to go here in the quarter. 14 on the shot clock. So there's a question on the score. So the score reset, 52-50. They've checked the score at the scorer's table. So 52-50, Trojans can go up by 5 on that, and they do. 3-pointer made by Jonas Monroe. 6 to go in the quarter. Now 4, 3, 2, 1. That's up, that's Spencer if it's good. Spencer Stanley. Can't make that. So in a bit of a seesaw quarter, it started with a 5-point lead by Harrison Trimble, 34-29. They went up by as many as 10. Fundy came all the way back and took the lead at 1 point, maybe a couple points, bit of seesaw action. And we're going to end the quarter number 3 with the same 5-point differential we started with, 55-50 in favor of the Harrison Trimble Trojans. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. I'm Bill Gibson, happy to be your host here for this one, the remainder of the evening and most of the day tomorrow as well, before I'll be switching over to ACAA TV. Coverage of some St. Thomas basketball. They've got Holland College in this weekend, so if you're a basketball fan in the greater Fredericton area, lots of high school action. I believe this is the last weekend of action in the ACAA until after the Christmas break. So get your basketball fix right here this weekend. Gyms all over the city. Tomorrow we're using this court as well as the 2 downstairs here in the Performance Center, as well as the pit right here on campus. This is the epicenter of basketball right across the parking lot for the Maritimes this weekend. And of course we'll have it all here on 360 Live. Taken away by the Trojans. That's Monroe on the steal, extends the lead to 7. Fundy now pushing the pace, look for the nice pass inside. Pass hit the big man in the knees, but it is Fundy coming away with it. That's Jones, and another pick off here by Ogre, and Ogre's going to lay it in. Up to a 9-point lead with only 30 seconds played here in this quarter. Back the other way. Fundy needing a score here in a game of runs. Bowles short on that one. Ball knocked around, and we're going to go black basketball. That's going to go over to Harrison Trimble. Second chance opportunity for Daniel O'Brien, and he makes it go down. Largest lead of the game now for Harrison Trimble, 61-50. Looking for steal there in the backcourt. And they do get the steal on the foul on Fundy High number 3. That's going to go on Noah Anthony. Prince Garbin. Checking back into the game for the Mariners. Spencer Stanley and Dylan Cook. 14 on the shot clock as Harrison Trimble inbounds in the front court. That's Verspin in the middle. Should have went and got that pass. Pass just a little too soft, needed to go get it. And his Cook, he kicks out for Stanley for the three. That's no good. But it's Fundy High controlling the rebound on the carom. Stanley for Cook. Cook's going to penetrate again. He's going to go and be blocked inside. That was Monroe on the block. And Harrison Trimble converts on the lay-in on the other end. That's Daniel O'Brien again. Now we're up to a 13-point lead. Owen Jones backs in. Can't get it to go over Monroe, and Monroe come down with the rebound. Get a foul on Xander Bowles, number 6. He's not sure what he did to merit that foul. Referee calls it nonetheless. 8:15 to play here in quarter number 4. First 8 points of the quarter scored by Harrison Trimble. What had been a close basketball game is now suddenly 13 points. And nearly 16, but that one is just a bit too strong. Verspin got clipped on that rebound. Making sure all the chiclets are still in place. Going out of bounds to the Trojans. Mills looking for Verspin in the post. He has him. And that's going to be Xander Bowles coming over the back to try to deflect the pass. He's going to pick up the foul. He doesn't like that. And he's definitely probably in foul trouble the way he's walking to the bench. The way he left there, I'm thinking he may have fouled out. He knew right away he was going to the bench. Inside for Oger. Gets a friendly bounce on that one, and it goes down for Olgan Oger. Folks, I meant to mention earlier, I did put a tweet out at halftime. If you find that tweet, feel free to give me a shout out on Twitter. I'll get a low in for you if I can. Again, if you are in town for this tournament, feel free to stop by and say hello anytime all weekend. Love to know where you're watching from. I'm sure we'll have people all over the Maritimes watching this weekend, and possibly from Germany if the Verspins know they can catch some action as well. Wogan with a bit of a rough shot on that one. It's short and taken away by Spencer Stanley. Stanley drives right into two black shirts. Frustration foul there on Stanley on Verspin. Blocked pretty clean and taken away by Maxime Verspin, and then Stanley gets a frustration foul. This one's starting to get away from Coach Jordy Doak, who I believe played his high school basketball at Fredericton High. And I believe that's George Doak, father. Sitting right behind him on the bench. George helped out with the FHS program for quite a number of years. And no surprise to see Jordy in the coaching position. That foul is going to go on number 8, Kyle Mills. Team's first of the quarter, 6:26 to play. 65-52 in favor of Harrison Trimble. Glendon Vautour missed the first. He's good on the second. 12-point game. There's a Trimble player all alone underneath the offensive basket. They're just going to bring the ball up now. Work some clock and some offense. No sense of being too much risk-taking at this point. And it's Jonas Monroe with another two. He's had a great game here this afternoon for Harrison Trimble. as they've really poured it on to start this quarter. Shot is just a little too strong for Votor, and it's the Trojans on the rebound again. Votor gets screened off by Verspin on the nice screen, but they can't finish, and there is Verspin putting it up, no good. A little bit to the right on that one. Spoke with the Trimble coach before the game. Their second time in this tournament. They were here last year. Fundy High has been here. This is their third trip. Trojan coach saying, what a treat it is to play on this floor. And big thanks out to the organizing committee for the opportunity to get on this floor. Shouts out, of course, to UNB for making the facilities available here today, tomorrow, Sunday, as well as the recreation gyms, and also some time on the floor at the at the Lady Beaverbrook Gymnasium. Didn't catch that call on the floor, but I believe there was a technical foul called on someone. We do have a timeout called. 67-53, 5:27 to play here in quarter number 4. What had been a tight game right up through 3 quarters. Harrison Trimble has taken charge in this quarter, starting off, if my math is correct, and I think it's probably still okay, on a 12-3 run over the first 4.5 minutes of this quarter. That has really put them in command of this one. Some frustration starting to show a bit on the Mariners side, as they had been in this one all the way along. On a couple of reaction fouls that we've seen. Referees here conferring. We'll see what we're going to do here. We are going to shoot the free throws, although there was a technical on the Mariner side. So this will be Jonas Monroe to shoot the technical. He gets that one to rattle through. And now we're going to bring the ball back down to the other end of the floor. 68-53, 5:27 to go. Harrison Trimble, at this point, in control of this one. That is Jones. He can't get that one to roll down, but he does get his own rebound and put that through. Good follow by Owen Jones. Lyle Mills, he's called for the travel by referee Messer. Looking for the extra James Harden step on that one. Todd Messer doesn't give it to him. Jones takes the long three and it's short. Out of bounds. Harrison Trimble brings the ball to the front court, leading by 13. Fundy High needs stops, and they need them now. Monroe on the three. $71-55 on the scoreboard. Oh, nice move inside by Jones. He finishes the reverse layup on the baseline drive. Couple nice plays by Jones here in the last several minutes to get some nice looking buckets. But in all of it, it is the Trojans of Harrison Trimble continuing to pull away. You can't trade 3 for 2. And a jump ball that's going to go back to the Trojans with 4:13 to play. Mills to the lane, kicks out. That 3 bounces away and taken down by Jones. That's going to go on Max Verspin. And even 4 minutes to play in quarter number 4. This one looks like it's going to go to Harrison Trimble, unless Fundy High can put together some baskets. Jones can't make that one. Rebound to the Trojans. O'Brien inside, that's Verspin. He's going to make that for 2. Verspin in the low block. Seals off his man, makes a nice catch and finish. Beautiful post play there from Harrison Trimble. That 3-pointer is short, and the Trojans look to run the other way. Verspin running the floor. Establishes post position again, and he wants that ball inside. He's working hard. But his man seals mismatch. Verspin spins the other way, and he was looking to go right-handed over his man. Didn't get squared up to the bucket on that one. Great job establishing low post position. Didn't get a very good balanced shot out of it. Challenges a 3-pointer, but it's taken away on the miss by Mills. Mills for Verspin to the far corner. Too strong over the back of the backboard, and we're going to go back to Fundy High School. 2:50 to play, 16-point game, 73-57 in favor of Harrison Trimble. Looks like they're going to take this one, as they're just a bit too much for Fundy High for 4 quarters, with them for 3. It's not been a great quarter for Fundy, and a pretty good scoring quarter for Harrison Trimble. Trimble's done a much better job of bottling up Dylan Cook in this half, and certainly in this quarter. Hasn't been able to get the penetration like he did earlier in the game and be a major factor. 3-pointer piss, but rebounded by Mills. That's now an 18-point lead. 2 minutes to play. Time to start thinking about players of the game. Could be that man right there, or Votor. Jones on the miss, that is. Or, Dylan Cook on the Fundy High side. Still like Dylan Cook, I believe, for that one. Out of bounds, we're going to go back to Fundy High School. Checking in will be number 12, Ethan Lockhart for Fundy. And on the Harrison Trimble side, thinking about player of the game, possibly number 10, Jonas Monroe. Also said number 42, Max Verspin's name quite a bit. Been a factor on the defensive end and the glass, but I believe it'll be Monroe who gets most of the points in this one. Again, I'm not scoring here on my side of the table, or my side of the court. They would be my picks, just watching how the play has gone on. 1:48 to go here in this one, 75-57 for the Trojans. You're watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament on 360 Live, and we're powered by our partner at Bell Alliant. Pleased to be bringing the action here all weekend long. Stay with us for a couple more games this evening. Game 14 on the tournament schedule goes at 6:30 here in the Performance Court. The C.P. Allen Cheetahs out of Nova Scotia and the Fredericton High School JV team. Fredericton JV opened the tournament with a victory last night over Stanley High, who was in that division as well. And then at 8:30, we will have Hants East out of Nova Scotia and Miramichi's James M. Hill Tommy's men's side also on the court here at the Performance Center. Of course, we're covering all the games here from the Performance Court. Great weekend of basketball to be had if you're in the capital area. Lots going on here in the capital if you are in town for the tournament and you don't feel like spending the whole time in the gym. Christmas tree lighting ceremonies tonight in Fredericton downtown, first at the legislature, then at City Hall. After that, there is a Santa Claus parade tomorrow afternoon that goes on the north side. I believe that's a 6 o'clock start, maybe 5 o'clock start. Check that one out if you want to do that. And also have some great farmers markets and other markets around. The Boyce Market here on Regent Street, Regent downtown. The Northside Market, Cultural Market. Lots going on here in the city to take part in. Most importantly, we have the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament. Miss on that one on Dylan Cook. 1:12 to play, 75-59. This one will go to the Harrison Trimble Trojans, barring what would be the miracle of miracle comebacks. They can pretty much chisel this one in stone, just a matter of the final score. I'm Bill Gibson, will be with you here the remainder of the evening and into the rest of the weekend. Cook knocks that down. Make it a 14-point game, 1:10 to play. What had been a close game right through until quarter number 4, in which Harrison Trimble took control. Ogre on the drive. Hit pretty hard as he goes on that one. Foul's going to be on number 14, Griffin Hanselpacker, who just checked into this one. Ogre to shoot. He says he's okay. 59 seconds to play. His team up by 14. That one goes down, make it a 15-point game. Watch for Verspin here on this rebound. Verspin got a hand on it, and it goes right to Ogre. Inside for Verspin. Nice behind the back pass by Ogre for the waiting Verspin. You can see that one developing right from the free throw line. Verspin challenged Ethan's Lockhart shot on that one, and he does come down with the ball. 32 seconds to play, only 15 on the shot clock, so they'll have to take a turnover or take a shot. Guessing they'll get the shot up. Ogre to the corner. That's O'Brien. No rim, but Mariners have the ball. 12 seconds to play. Spencer Stanley's just going to dribble this one out. Holding on the far side is Ethan Lockhart. So the final score in this one, it'll go as a 17-point win for Harrison Trimble. They move to 1-0 in the Taylor Printing Division. Fundy High Mariners move to 0-1. Fundy High next on the floor at this tournament. 12:30 tomorrow against Avonview and 6:30 against Heartland. I don't believe either of those games are on the performance court here. And for Harrison Trimble, they have an 8:30 start tomorrow morning at OHS versus Heartland, and also at OHS at 5:15 against Avonview. Be surprised we see this Trimble team make the crossovers after the 17-point win here at versus Fundy. We'll stay right here just briefly to pick up the players of the game. And then we'll wrap it up and come back for the next one. Player of the game for Fundy High, number 10, Dylan Cook. And it is the other number 10, Jonas Monroe. So Cook and Monroe pick up the players of the game. I'm going to give myself a 2 for 2 on that one in picking the players of the game. So this one ends with a score of Harrison Trimble Trojans 78, Fundy High Mariners 61. You've been watching coverage of the Maritime Invitational Basketball Tournament on 360 Live and with our partner Bell Alliant. We're here all weekend. We're going to take a break right now, but we'll be back for the 6:30 game featuring the Fredericton High School Black Cat JV men taking on the CP Allen Cheetahs from Nova Scotia. Thanks for tuning in, and come back for the 6:30 game.
down, down.